Guys, remember Holy Shnikes? From the late, great Chris Farley, Mr. Tommy Boy himself. He had a good set of movies. Beverly Hills Ninja with Chris Rock, Tommy Boy with David Spade. What was the other one? Black Sheep with David Spade. Almost Heroes with Matthew Perry. I feel like Chris Farley was in another one. Well, he was in a bunch of Wayne's World and the Adam Sandler movies. I'm talking about starring Chris Farley, not featuring. Is that the difference between starring and featuring? Anyways, there's a lot of news, folks. There is a ton of news. We're going to get to it. We're going to joke about the news because the news is... hey, what's up, Jacob? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hot tamale, cold today. Oh, man. A lot of news. We're going to go through some meme news. Jacob, because you're here early, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Look at this. This is the new statue unveiled in front of the White House. If you can't tell, that is not Walt Disney and his lover. That is Mr. Epstein and Mr. Donald. The new statue is fire. It's fire. What does this say? Oh man, I seen this news. Let's go over a little meme news. This was horrific. This happened in what town? What town? This was in Massachusetts. I forget what town. But they were holding a dude's 5-year-old autistic daughter. Not coinciding with the president being like, oh, autism has a special place in my heart. Really? Oh, why are your goons acting like this? Call them off. We got to go over Elon's daddy issue. Oh my God. Good God. I should have said jump scare warning. I should have gave everybody a jump scare warning. If you haven't read this, is it New York Times investigation? Elon Musk father accused of that. Not going to read it. But first, let's have a moment. Our daily Lord. For it is through him that we both have a direct way of approach in one spirit to the Father. Oh, I had that because I was going to talk about the Pope. The Pope. Pope says no AI. We're not talking about that today. Didn't link it down below. Don't read that story. I'm saving that story for another day. We're going to talk about AI Pope. The Pope AI. And we're not going to talk about it today because there's too much stuff to talk about. There is some crazy stuff to talk about. Seen you're making ads now. Good man. Proud of you. Thank you. Thank you, Jacob. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Bow. Wow, wow. Yeah, there we go. I don't have my sound effect boards in front of me, so you're going to have to deal with the old school, the jock box, the squawk box, the, what do they call it? The beat box. The old beat box. Good to see you, Chief. Good to have you here. I don't know if anybody's in Arizona, but if the Republicans are still in town, there are a lot of reports. There's a massive Grindr outage. Coincidentally, near the rally for Kirk, the Kirk rally, Klan rally, Kirk rally. I think they're calling it Kirk rally. I forget what they called it. So just a heads up, everybody, link down below to the article. If you're in the Arizona area and trying to get on Grindr and you're wondering, why is it down right now? Well, they were flooded with Kirk fans. And massive reports of outages. So, my apologies to the gay community. I really feel bad because, like, the gay community is just like, what the man? These Republicans always coming into town, ruining our stuff. Well, they're getting angry at us. It's like, just be who you are, Republicans. Just be who you are. But yeah, I saw that, so I wanted to bring it up, show it to you. Link down below if you want to read the story. I'm a well-behaved maggot. Desi Corvus, good to see ya. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. And today, folks, we're gonna deep dive into the traditional values of the party of Musk and Donald. The Donald Musk Party is what it's going to be renamed. But first, I just had to give everybody a big heads up. In Arizona, they're reporting massive Grindr outages coinciding. I don't know if there's a correlation, Jacob. They say there's no coincidences, but I'm just going to call this one a coincidence. This one's just a coincidence. Massive outages of Grindr near the Kirk rally. So just a coincidence, guys. Just a coincidence. Oh, Billy Bad here. Billy, stop shutting Grindr down. Stop shutting it down. Oh, I should have taken a photo of the painting, the homage painting to Charlie Clan, Kirk, whatever his name is, I forget. Because it was a great ode. Yeah, we got to talk about this. Hey, Jesus! Oh, I should have gave everybody a jump scare warning. Holy shit! Guy, why is he behind a window in this photo? Can anybody tell me? They were like, do you think it was the photographer who was like, we're gonna get some distance between this guy. Let's have him go inside and we'll take the picture from outside. Do you think it was the photographer who was like, Errol, this is Elon's father, by the way, if you can't tell on how he looks, do you think they were like, Errol, we're going to need you to go behind some glass. I think that's going to make it a more solemn tone, this photograph. We're really going for a photo noir, if you will. So could you please step behind the glass? Like a monkey that's, smelling his finger after you put it to his bum. My God. But if you didn't see the New Times investigation, it says Elon Musk father accused of child. I'm not going to read the rest of it. It's basically, it's what the gang's known for. If this was like It's Always Sunny in Philly, like, it's what the gang's known for. You know the gang I'm talking about? Did you see the new statue that was put up, erected, as they would have wanted it called? They erected a statue in honor of Donald and Jeff Epstein. And they said it was in honor of Friendship Month. We celebrate the long-lasting bond between President Donald Trump and his closest friend, in quotes, Jeffrey Epstein. Voiceover, there must be more to life than having everything. Oh my God, look at those. Look at those two. Oh, they gave him a tight gut. That's what you call a tight gut. Because it don't look like that. It is. Greetings from South Africa. Ooh, we're going to be talking about one of your own. Greetings. We're going to be do you know Errol Musk? I know not everyone in South Africa knows each other, but, shot in the dark. Shot in the dark. But, Errol, Elon's dad, who, by the way, they went through the marriages in this article. You have to read this article. It's so fascinating because they gave us a Ancestry.com lineage of the wives this dude has had. So if you don't know, Errol is Elon's dad. His mom is May. They had Elon, Kimmel, the two illegal immigrants in America. I don't have the audio clip, but Kimmel admitted it on stage in front of a live studio audience. He says, we were illegal immigrants. And then I guess they had Tosca. That sounds like a brand of peanut butter in South Africa. I could be wrong, but Tosca sounds like, or maybe like a convenience store. Hey, I'm hitting the Tosca. You want a Red Bull? Or what do they call them in South Africa? A crikey bull? You want a great white shack bull? I can't do the South African accent. My apologies. Oh, look who's here. It's the dude who needs to go in timeout. There we go. No political violence, Randy. I know you were threatening me yesterday, but remember, you guys condone political violence, so don't forget, jokes can't hurt your feelings. I guess they can, but, it's a joke. So, But, try again tomorrow, Randy. So they gave us the whole 23andMe breakdown of the illegal immigrants, Kimmel and Elon's dad, Errol Musk. And then they went on to say, what's that name say? I can't even read it. I can't read it. The comments is Sue Wilson. Was that he married his stepdaughter at some point? Let's see if that's in the next frame. Oh, no, here it is. That was his fourth marriage? Or with his stepdaughter? Oh, no, wait. I don't even get this 20. And does anybody know? God, Jesus. These conservative traditional values are so confusing to me. They have so many wives and so many kids. I can't keep up. I can't even freaking keep track of this. So after Errol married Sue Wilson, after May Musk, who had Elon, then he married Hedy Mari Bazudenhout. And then, was that her daughter? Yes, that was her daughter that he was raising. And then he went and married her. Holy Christ. Errol has said the two children together, they have two children together. The stepdaughter said only one of her children is his. Oh, because they had kids together. Oh, Christ. Oh. Sorry. Traditional values, guys. This is the party of traditional values. Where you marry your stepdaughter and only have two kids, but claim only one is yours. Anyways, this isn't even what the investigation's about. Like, this is, like, widely known. My Christ, this is widely known. The investigation's about... In the New York Times today, it says, Elon Musk's father accused of... And I would just... My first inkling is like, well, he stepdaughter. How old was she, Traditional values. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around it. Maybe these are new traditions. Maybe these are new traditional values. Oh my God. Maybe these are these the new traditional? Sarah hearts unicorns. I heart unicorns too. He had a bad example. I would say he had the worst example. Marissa Trejo, traditional values. Well, this is what the Republican Party's about. Elon Musk is clearly a Republican. He spent $200 to erect a Republican president in MAGA Trump, Donald MAGA. I don't know what his name is. And you heard a lot of Charlie Clan, Kirk, talk about they're attacking traditional values. You hear the Republicans say they're attacking traditional values. So I'm just going through, like Donald Trump, yesterday we went through, he has 3 wives and 5 kids? Is it 5? I think it's 5 kids, 3 wives, cheated on all of them. Elon Musk, his dad and him, very traditional. Elon Musk, I think, has, I don't know, there's only like rumors, like 15 kids, and they're all by his followers on Twitter. I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know. He just says so many, you can't even keep... I just know that when you're on Twitter, sometimes a girl will be like, hey, I can't get in touch with you. I don't want to do this publicly, but this is the only way to get in touch with you. And that's real. That really happened. I had screenshots. I talked about it on the live. So again, traditional values. I don't want to attack traditional values, but I'm just trying to figure out, what are traditional values? Is it marrying your stepdaughter and having a kid with her? My Christ. I don't want to be traditional anymore. This is gross. Desi, imagine being the mother of the stepdaughter and having a grandchild from your ex-husband and daughter. I just call it Uncle Grandpa, okay, guys? Because I can't keep up with this stuff. Oh, and you could tell MAGA's in the house. Brian Kramer says, are you gay or bi? Listen, MAGA, I'm neither. I know this is very woke of me, but I've just been married for, over a decade to one woman, only one marriage. But I appreciate it. MAGA's always hitting on me. They're always commenting on my looks, asking me if I'm gay. I get it. Brian, what is it? Kammerer? Brian, I know, I'm sorry. I hate to say it. I'm taken, buddy. But we know why Grindr crashed. We'll just say that. We know why. Were you in Arizona the other day at the rally? because we know why it crashed, okay? And I support, hey, I say if you're living in the land of the free, you're free to love who you want, marry who you want, and be who you want. That's what freedom means to me. That sounds like a country song, and that's what freedom means to me. Well, we're not talking about Grindr outages at the Klan rally, Kirk rally. I'm trying to figure out traditional values. I know they just put up a new statue honoring Donald and his best friend with the poem that he wrote for 50th birthday of Jeffrey Epstein in honor of Friendship Month. I didn't know it was Friendship Month. Look at them dancing off into the sunset. That's cute. This is cute. This is adorable. But we're trying to figure out what the fuck is it when they say, it's just like when they say, oh, the left is out to ruin us. And I'm like, do you understand what the left wants? Universal health care, no medical debt, no school debt, the best educated, teachers paid more than cops, teachers paid, over six figures a year. We want billionaires taxed into extinction. We want stock, no Congress can trade stocks. We want CEOs pay capped. We want a maximum wage if they get a minimum wage. So that's what the left is, right? But they keep saying they're trying to attack traditional values. And I can't figure, I've been doing a deep dive for days, okay? I went into RFK's life, Donald's life. We're trying to figure out, RFK has like 3 or 4 wives. I don't even know if he has kids. Maybe he had a bear a pet bear. There was something about a bear yesterday in Central Park. I don't know if you know the story. But RFK's had a bunch of wives. Donald Trump has a bunch of wives, cheated on them all. And now we're going into Elon Musk, who I don't even know how many wives he's had, but we know he's got 15 babies and they ain't all from the same mama. And now, look, I know where he gets it from. They say the father should be in the home. And clearly, his father wasn't in the home because he was busy on his second marriage and then third marriage. And then finally, he said, enough with these old broads. I'm for tradition. And he married his stepdaughter and had a kid with her. And then at that point, the family reunion, I mean, what do you think? He's probably celebrating Thanksgiving because are they in America? I know they don't have that in South Africa, but, the holidays got to be weird. Somebody saying, Dad, and like 3 generations are going, huh? 3 generations in one guy. They say Uncle Dad. What do they call him? Uncle Dad? Do they call him Brother Dad? Like a sister wife? Is it like a sister wife? Is he a brother father? I can't figure it out. I'm so stumped on conservative traditional values. I know they have sister wives, and now they have stepdaughter wives. What would he be? Because he married the stepdaughter. So is he a brother husband? Is he a Uncle Dad? I think he's Uncle Dad. I think he's Uncle Dad. Official Krish. If Ivanka weren't my daughter, I'd be dating her. That is a real quote. The Tiber Zan says, imagine being so cool that you do this in your free time. That's right. Imagine being so cool to be in the comments. Thank you, Zabrazan. But you're not allowed to subscribe. Everybody else can subscribe. Everybody else that wants to figure out what the heck are traditional values. Is it mean you marry your stepdaughter, or does it just mean you have 3 wives? Or do you have to have sister wives? Or do you have to have the title of Uncle Dad? I can't figure it out. But I'm really detracting from the story here, and the Times did some good work. The Times did a lot of good work. They're looking into that of Elon Musk's dada. And I would just say, here's the thing. I would just say, if you're of the persuasion that marries your stepdaughter, questionable decisions. Everybody likes accountability, right? Well, we can't even agree on that. Depends who you're asking. What's their net worth? Then the accountability starts to drop off. Release the files, That's what I'm saying. But if you can read This is a doozy, if you could read. Errol has been accused of that and stepchildren since 1993. An investigation found. That's an investigation by the New York Times. And I would just say, you know, when it comes to stepchildren and stuff, if he married one of them, is that like a far stretch? You know, I'm asking, is that a far stretch? If he did this to one of his stepkids and then eventually married her, like, do we think that's like such a far stretch? Do you? Elon has not been shy about putting much on his life on public display. The tech billionaire posts daily. Yeah, daily. Listen, New York Times, I understand you like being kind to him. He doesn't post daily. The guy posts like half hourly. I've always said, if you think Elon Musk works hard, I want you to tweet every time he tweets while you're at work. And if your boss comes over and you're constantly on your phone, you just tell him, I'm working as hard as Elon Musk. Okay? And has cooperated with 2 biographies and often speaks on podcasts and yada, 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 yada. But there's one part of his life he has not revealed much about, his longtime estrangement from his father. Yeah, well, I would imagine if you married your stepsister, you'd be like, hey, you know, not my father. Remember when they say, not my president? Do you think he said, not my father? You're not my real dad. Yes, I am. But who has become increasingly outspoken about his family and business ventures tied to the Musk name. Though there is a interview. I don't know if you've seen the clip. Who's interviewing? Barbara Walters? Is she still alive? I don't know. He's talking to some old white lady. I just call them all Barbara Walters. And he talks about, he's like, yeah, my dad beat me up. Or, you know, was really mean to me. I don't remember what he said. What is going on in the comments, guys? I need you guys to pay attention. We're talking about, you know, the traditional values of the Republicans and how, you know, after your first marriage isn't good enough, you go to the second. Then you go to the third. And if Heidi Mara Buzenhoot isn't working, you look at her stepdaughter and you go, look at that. Couldn't they have gotten a better picture? Jesus, I'm sorry, Heidi Mara Buzenhoot. Buzenhoot? That's got to be a South African name. It sounds like something you yell after you're done surfing. Buzenhoot! You know? Couldn't they have found a better photo for her? Poor girl. They were like, let's see if she has a MySpace. Go grab that photo. Looks like she was the girl behind Tom in the classroom. You know, Tom sitting at a desk on MySpace? She looks like she's the chick behind him. Same lighting and everything. Holy cripes. Seems like Elon's dad took inspiration from Trump. I mean, they all did. RFK, Elon's dad. That's why I'm trying to figure out. What the heck is traditional values. Because they always they claim the Republicans are the party of traditional values. But everything I read about these guys, they have like a harem of wives. I'm like, listen, if you want to claim you're the white Taliban, you know, trying to regulate women's bodies and their education and, you know, where they could go without a man and you get to have a harem of women. Okay, claim you're the white Taliban. But traditional values, what kind of tradition is marrying your stepdaughter and having a kid with her? Holy farts. How dare you ask me my age? Don't you know you never ask a gentleman his age? Mick Jagger. I'm 72. Period stealing that phrase. Period stealing. Don't you take my periods. How are people going to know that I don't make run-on sentences if you steal all my periods? Cripes, man, cripes. I think that's all you're allowed to say on YouTube nowadays. You don't want to upset the president. You saw what he tried to do to Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, and by the way, yesterday, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Join me every single weekday as I joke about the news and we find out who in the comments doesn't know how to take a joke. This is a psyop. We're trying to figure out who claims they have a sense of humor and who really has one. Okay? Bro, my username is based on Mick Jagger meeting my mom. And she told him to take a shower. Yeah, listen, no shade on Mick Jagger. He wrote a couple of good songs, couple of tunes, you know. He's no Bob Seger. He's no Silver Bullet Band. But I could see Mick Jagger absolutely being like, oh, Jesus, guy, you know, just take a dry bath. Take a bird bath, dude. I could totally see that. And not as in like, listen, that's not nothing to him. He's got, you know, enough money to have, you know, all of the Republican wives wash him. But I'm just saying, he has that, like, you know, that aura. If you took one of those aura photographs, I could see it being like, you know, guy hasn't showered in a while. Has that authentic taste. He smells so hefty, it's an authentic taste. It's not even aroma. Okay. Laughing from the Berkshires. I love the Berkshires. Beautiful jazz festival. That's all I'll say. I'm literally off school and work. Cool. That Brit stank. All right. Hey, Mick Jen. All right, we figured it out. Mick Jagger can take a joke, but you're derailing the platform. I was talking about something. I can't remember what I was talking about. Matt Kelly. Look at this awesome dude. Get a job. Matt Kelly, you go get a job. Piss off. Should I get a job like Joe Rogan? You guys all seem to worship Polio Rogan. Guess what? Job like Joe Rogan right now. Should I go get a job like Charlie Clan Kirk? What's his name? Tim Putin? Tim Poop. Should I get a job like him? What kind of job you want me to get? Why are you guys always talking about jobs? Who convinced? What is wrong with America where the thing is like, get a job? No. Jobs suck. And if you think a job is cool, you've been brainwashed by someone richer than you that is making money off of you. You know what I say? F a job. F a dream job. Just dream, bitches. Just have a dream. Why don't you tell me to go paint? You know? Go sing a song, dude. I refuse. A job could fix your teeth. Joke's on you, Wyatt. If you're an American, the health insurance doesn't cover your teeth. That's why I call them luxury bones. Luxury bones, bitches. That's how awesome America is. MAGA's like, we want to keep the status quo on health insurance so people keep paying more and dying earlier. We get it. We get it. You're like, don't change a thing. Don't change a thing. Go backwards a little bit. Not that far. Not to FDR, just to pre-civil rights. That we get it, MAGA. You're like, we want to reverse time just to pre-civil rights, but not far enough to FDR, where they did the socialism. We get it. But what I tell you is go do a live stream. You go do your own thing, okay? You go have fun where you're like, all right, guys, ready? We're going to talk about traditional values and the people we worship. Elon and Errol Musk, very traditional guys. They all have 23 wives, 23andMe wives. That's where they got the name 23andMe, because it was the number of wives and children combined and them, and we worship that. And now we talk about our Chicken Supreme Taco in Chief, the commander, Mr. 3 wives, 5 kids, cheated on all of them, traditional values, Mr. Law and Order, the felon himself. We get it, guys. We get it. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Here's the thing. You guys won. You guys won capitalism. You got a CEO in the White House. Everything costs more. Everything's more expensive. You won. Let us have fun. Get out of here. If you're going to be a nanny, if you're going to be a little baby nanny in the comments, leave. You guys are lame. All right. The rest of us are trying to have fun. We're trying to joke while capitalism is in decay. We want to laugh while the empire crumbles. You guys can go be all serious. Go listen to Stephen Miller, and how we build everything, you build nothing. I've never heard a lonelier speech. Listen, tomorrow, hit subscribe. Not all of you. Some of you that don't even like to have fun or laugh, go find a comedian you like, okay? Go listen to Slow Rogan or Polio Rogan, whatever his name is now. I know he doesn't do comedy anymore. He just steals it from Brendan Schwab, and he talks to the CIA constantly about Peter Thiel and how great of a guy he is. But go there. That's the reaffirming stuff that you need to hear. It's shocking to hear people, enjoy the crumbling empire. But for the rest of you, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, because here's the beautiful thing. Tomorrow, I said today we're going to talk about Kimmel's return, talking to Gavin Newsome. And I forgot that it's late night, so we can't hear it until tomorrow. My apologies. I'm a moron. Sorry, as my mom said, I'm a maroon. I got a thick skull, so today we can't talk about Kimmel. I hope he got a government-approved list of jokes he can make, because I heard an awful lot about how unfunny he is. He's not funny, and he's a liar. I heard that Jimmy Kimmel got fired, got suspended because he was a liar. And I heard this from the people who said they're eating the cats and dogs. They said they're eating your cats and dogs, and you can't say that on TV, so Jimmy Kimmel's suspended. That's what they said, guys. And I said, okay. What? They said that the people are eating the cats and dogs, but you can't do that on television, not the TV show. You just can't do it because we don't like it. You're gone. So I hope Jimmy Kimmel tonight. Jimmy, hit subscribe and the notification bell. I go live every weekday and I make jokes about the news, which some of you aren't into comedy. And I can tell by how tight your underwear is on. And I'm praying, Kimmel, listen, whatever the government sent you for approved jokes to make about Joe Obama, and Gavin Newsome, I just make those jokes, Joe. This is a new day in America where we have traditional values, which means you have multiple lives, multiple wives, multiple children, and you ignore most of them, especially if they're in a medical emergency like Elon did. I'm just trying to, guys, you guys all said I'm jealous of Elon, and I just want to be like him, so I gotta ignore my kids when they're having medical emergencies. I don't know how you'd be jealous of that. So Jimathon Kimmel, just do the government-approved jokes. You are not allowed to say whatever you want, and I wish you the best tonight. All hail the supreme government of the United States. All hail. Elon doesn't even like Elon. That is very true. But I mean, he should just do a podcast where he comes out and he calls it Daddy Issues. And he's like, this is Elon. We're going to dig deep into my daddy issues. And he just gets to the heart of it. Because he's not stopping the cycle. This is what I fear. Because there was a Times investigation. Article linked down below if you want to read it yourself. I'm not going to read it because you know what? This friggin' family tree graphic is too funny. When they're like, they're trying to distort. It's attack on traditional values. And I'm like, this fucking guy married his stepdaughter, have a child with her. I don't want to be traditional. Let's be weird. Let's please keep it weird, folks. Because if this is tradition, everybody just keep it weird, okay? I wonder what Bezenhout thinks, Did they interview her for this? But I think Elon should just, get to the heart of it. Because really, what is he doing? He's perpetuating the cycle. If you saw Grimes and that Ashley St. Marie, they were all reaching out to him on Twitter, being like, hey, your kid's having a medical emergency and you blocked my number, you dick. They were like, dude, we're not trying to do this on Twitter, but you're not picking up the phone and we have your child, So I just got a feeling from the things I've observed with my ojos and bocos, or whatever they're called, I just got a feeling, he's not breaking the cycle. And I really think Errol needs to step the F up and be a man right now and go give Elon a spanking on the Joe Rogan show. Remember Joe Rogan used to do Fear Factor? Maybe he should do the Polio Rogan Experience. Fear Factor edition. And they do it on the White House lawn. Where they're like, all right, Errol and Elon, you've been estranged for too long, and we need to bring you guys together. Bare knuckle box. Don't forget, there's a new statue. And this is our heritage now, guys. This is our traditional heritage, guys. I don't know if you can make this out. That's Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. And this is the poem that they loved. They wrote for the 50th birthday, and it's in honor of Friendship Month. So, celebrate your heritage, guys. This is American heritage now. I don't know what to say. It was decreed by Emperor Rule. The Emperor has no clothes, but it's decreed by him. So, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. This is still the funniest. I mean, I don't really read the New York Times, but my Christ, this is one of the funniest family trees I've ever seen in my life. Where they're like, first, Errol and May Musk had the billionaire known as Elon Musk and Kimmel, who illegally immigrated to America. Tosca, named after a convenience store in South Africa, has been estranged from them all. Errol, not happy in the marriage, went and married Sue Wilson. And then Errol, moving on from that broad, went to marry the girl who sat behind Tom from MySpace in Heidi Mari Besenhout. Besenhout! Oh, that is a last name. What does that mean? Are you still from... Hey, South Africa person, are you still here? What does that mean, Besenhout? Is that like a koala? Is that a South African koala? Ah, look at the Besenhout over there. He fell out the tray. Elon since had moved on from Besenhout when he realized how hot her stepdaughter was. What did he say to Besenhout? Oh, shit! Woo! Errol, how do you break that news? Listen, however you pronounce that, Hyde. I don't think things are working out. Oh, what are you saying? Are you moving out? Not so much I'm moving out, I'm moving down the hall. Shit! Oh! Oh, traditional values! Oh! Woohoo! Woohoo! This is tradition now! Oh! This is what MAGA wants, guys, and you have to accept it. Lord King decreed it. Oh, God. Yo, no wonder they couldn't get a quote. I don't know if they quoted her. I have no idea. Didn't read the whole article. Who cares? I get distracted by this, guys. Oh, my God. You still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Quote, friend of Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, my God. I'm so creeped out by this. Holy shit. This needs to... Netflix. Hit subscribe and notification bell. Netflix. You need to do a documentary on this. Like, for real, bro. Netflix. Thomas Netflix. I don't know who owns Netflix. I'm guessing your last name's Netflix. Probably inherited from Tom Netflix Sr. All these Nepo babies. Like, oh, I worked very hard for my daddy. Shut up. Shut up, Donald. Shut up. Your dad gave you everything. Shut your fat head. Unless you're going to release the Epstein files. But Netflix. Yo. Check it out. This dude broke up with her to marry her stepdaughter. Oh, yo, we used to have this show called Jerry Springer, right? And this would have been the best episode you'd never seen. Oh my shit. Where is Jerry? Jerry, Steve. Because you know Elon would have been running out of the crowd like, damn it, Dad, you messed me all up. Now I'm a runaway illegal immigrant in America and nothing will make me happy. I have billions and I'm buying everything and still there's a pit in my soul. That's how you know nobody's jealous, because he's got all the money in the world and the dude's never being photographed on a jet ski having a good time. How do you have that much money and you're not constantly... I would be building canals to get to fucking work. I would be like, just put a canal right here. I'm going to ride a jet ski to work, you jerks. And then I'd be like, make a hole in the side of the building so I could drive the jet ski down the canal right into the building and not even get off the jet ski. So when I'm done with work, I just keep going through the building. And this guy has infinite money. And he's like, I'm going to buy that website and let a lot of racists back on. It's like, bro, go have some fun. Invent a hoverboard. Do something. Holy shit. So you know, guys, this is the trick of capitalism, okay? I'm just going to explain to you. The trick of capitalism is to make you think you want a dream job, okay? Fuck a dream job. Just have a dream. Because Elon Musk won capitalism. They're talking about he's going to be a trillionaire. And this dude is the biggest pit in his soul because his dad never hugged him because he was busy marrying his stepdaughter. Holy shit. It don't matter. Yo, the only thing I want on this dude's gravestone, you're right, I do want a little bit of money because I want to buy a gravestone for Errol and underneath, beloved father / husband. Some people say beloved father and husband, and his is gonna say / husband. Oh shit, this is conservative values, folks. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. And then Stephen Miller's on stage like, they create nothing, we make everything. It's like, I'll tell you what, you did invent a new thing for stepdaughters. You made them stepdaughter wives. That should be Netflix. There's the name of your show, Stepdaughter Wives. Oh, I fucking love it. Patent pending. Started by, who's the dude that did Survivor? He did all the TV shows. He discovered Donald Trump. That was like, Donald Trump sued a book over that. Donald's like, nobody discovered me. My dad made me who I am. What's his name? He's like the famous the famous TV show dude. This is a guy. You guys know what I'm talking about. Holy shit. Anyways, I gotta have a meeting with Hollywood because this is too good. Stepdaughter Wives. Coming this fall to ABC, Stepdaughter Wives. Holy shit. Yo, if I don't care, MAGA, I know you guys are sensitive little sand vagines, but come on, Stepdaughter Wives, that's hilarious. I don't give a shit. Stop being, see, this is what's wrong with America. You guys got a political divide on comedy, you know, and comedy goes right through any kind of red, blue, you know, shut up, stop. Stepdaughter Wives is fucking hilarious. Stop supporting people so much that you're like, I can't see the humor in that. That's a man's father. Yeah, well, it's his actions. Stepdaughter Wives, coming this fall. Right after Love Island. Right after Love Your Stepdaughter Island. Holy shit. Oh my God. Sean loves it. Thank you, Sean. Gregory. Oh, you guys, solidarity, you guys. In the comments, chatting it up. Elon has a stepsister. Stepsister mother. Oh, can somebody that's going to interview Elon please ask him what his stepsister mother would think? If there's one thing I want to do in life, listen to me, come here. If there's one thing I want to do in life, it's have a chance to ask Elon Musk one question. I only want one question. It's kind of, the timing has to be good. He has to do something kind of shocking or kind of like, ooh, you know, what would people think? And I want to ask him, what would your stepsister mother think? Who said that? Who said that? Can I fucking send you money? I don't even have any money, but official Krish. I have to force you to subscribe. I don't know how I do that, but I have to make you subscribe and you have to hit notification bell. You have to come back. Out of all the people getting so mad, being like, oh, this is dumb. This is dumb. Steps, so not related. Iron Pete. Here's the thing. We know. I love Iron Pete. You just came in with a banger right out of the gate. Iron Pete came in with another hot comment. This is the second best comment of the day. While we're joking about, you know, a guy marrying after he married Bezenhout, he married her stepdaughter, and Iron Pete comes in and he's like, hey, you know, stepdaughters aren't related, guys. Totally on limits. We know, we're well aware, Iron Pete. Holy shit. I love Iron Pete. You got to get on a podcast, bro. Iron Pete. Holy smokes, buddy. Can I recommend Tim Putin have you on? You would be a great second chair on the Polio Rogan program, where you could just come in, everybody's joking, and you're like, well, you actually know they're not related. Thank you, Iron Pete. You can stay quiet for another hour. Shit. Renee Baker, I'm glad you're not subscribed. We need to weed out the lames, you know. Everybody who's like, yeah, the president's the best. We don't make fun of him. We don't joke about anything he says not to. Good. Bye. Go. Keep scrolling. Go back to work. You go get a job. You have a dream job. Let the rest of us just dream. All right? Let the rest of us just dream. I dream one day I'll be able to ask Elon Musk what his stepsister mother thinks. And my other dream is I gotta write Netflix. I say, Netflix, listen, I got the hottest show of the winter. It's called Stepsister Wives. It's featuring Elon Musk's dad, so it's a huge draw. And we just figure out how many women he can marry and then try to leave them for his stepkids. Remember, folks, this all stemmed out of trying to figure out what traditional values were. Holy shit. These are the traditional values we now value more than anything because our dear leader has 3 wives. And I mean, here's the thing. Okay, we got to get serious for a minute because here's the thing. You understand that at least Iron Pete makes a good point. Errol Musk married this lady's daughter, his stepdaughter. At least it was a stepdaughter, because the thing is the twat in chief, the chief in command, the chicken supreme taco, that orange guy, he said this stuff about his real daughter. He was like, yo, if I wasn't her dad, I'd probably be dating her. So, I guess we're like lucky in a way that like this guy's just living it out with his stepkid and we're not watching, what would you even call that? Husband dads? I don't, now this is getting a little, this is like, we got to be in safe harbor hours or something, because husband dads is not a thing I want to consider. But again, that's what your president said, not my president. That's what your president said. He was the one that was like, this is my daughter, but if she wasn't, and I can only imagine that wasn't the only time he considered that, seeing he was comfortable saying that on TV. So I guess we're all pretty fortunate that we don't have a daughter wife as the first lady. I don't know what you call it. Listen, I don't want to dog on the South, but are these Southern values? What the is going on here? I feel like I'm being put on. Houday. No, he's your president too, regardless. Nuh-uh, Houday. You don't remember? Years ago, when Joe Brandon got elected, everybody kept saying, not my president. So I want to do that now. Why do you guys only get to do? Oh, only you guys get to say, not my president. Election was stolen. Like, only you guys get to do that shit? Get out of here. Shut up. Oh, man. So, not my president. I feel like, Gone Girl. My ex-husband wanted that life. Jesus. Oh, Gone Girl. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is too much. And we were supposed to talk about the abuse children suffered at the hands of this man and the Times investigation. But I'm going to be honest. I started reading the article and then they had these graphics and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I was like, oh my God, they're documenting his wives. Look, I knew about May and I had heard about this, but I didn't know Bezin, who got cold-shouldered for the down-the-hall stepdaughter. Woo! How is this not a TV show? Coming on right after Tiger King. Tiger King fresh out of prison. Oh my God. This would be so delicious to watch. Holy schmoly. And you're telling me, listen, I know MAGA, you're all playing. I know MAGA's all playing, look, this is stupid. Talk about Obama. I know he's sitting there mad. But you'd watch. You'd watch. If they said, new show, Stepsister Wives, featuring Errol Musk, you'd be setting your calendar. Do people still have DVRs? The Trump Epstein statue, that was wild. Yo, in memory of Friendship Month, somebody erected, maybe it was Donald, maybe it was him. I don't know who did this. But I saw these photos. I thought, that is adorable. Look, in honor of Friendship Month, we celebrate the long-lasting bond between the President Donald J. Trump and his closest friend, Jeffrey Epstein. It says, there must be more to life than having everything. Yeah, jet ski. Jesus, Elon, get a jet ski, buddy. Donald Trump, and then the quote, and then Jeffrey Epstein, and then the quote from the birthday card, and look at them, holding hands, happy as anything. So release the list. Look at them, riding off into the sunset. That is pretty awesome, right, God girl? I couldn't believe it. I said, finally, a statue where we can really celebrate our heritage. I remember I went to Richmond once, and there were all these statues down this one, like, Monument Alley or something. And it was all racist Confederates. I was like, what the... How are you having foreign trader statues up? I was like, is this America? Or is this the Confederacy? I wanted to pull them down myself. I was like, how do you have these traitorous foreign enemies statuized? Is that what they call it? I was so mad. I was like, bro, they weren't Americans. They were the Confederates. Or whatever you call them. I was livid, but now I'm seeing down south, they're putting up the good statues. Oh, hit subscribe and notification bell. Hit that like button. I love it. Very sad, not for the victims, for the survivors. I changed my language. But let's be honest. If this helps the victims get some justice by releasing those files, not the PH files, Donald, the F files, the Epstein F files, then let the day come. If the pressure comes where finally they can be held accountable, that would be amazing. Alex Lund, hello. How are thee today? I'm fantastic, man. You missed a really good live stream. We were talking about the new Netflix show that I want to pose to Netflix, featuring Elon's dad, Errol Musk, and it's called Stepsister Wives. Stepdaughter Wives. Stepdaughter Wives. Sorry if I was calling it Stepsister Wives. You get what I'm saying, because he married his stepdaughter. Stepdaughter Wives. But now we're looking at the Jeffrey Epstein Donald Trump statue, and I hope the survivors get, because these are brave women, some bravery that I've never seen in my life. You're looking at going out against the wealthiest, most powerful people in human history almost, and they're speaking out, so solidarity with them. And if this helps them get some justice or just some accountability, instead of these people getting into the White House, maybe getting into a prison cell for whatever. I don't know. We don't know what they did. And if they would just, here's the thing, if you're innocent and you're not worried, what do? You release the files. You go, yeah, they should have accountability for whoever did whatever. But hiding it, I don't know. We're just left up to our imaginations, and you don't want to imagine that. All right, guys. Yeah, brave women. Brave women. But, that's what I was going to say. Tomorrow, what was it? No. Jimmy Kimmel tomorrow, and then there was something else. Something else I wanted to talk about tomorrow, because I got to wait till tomorrow for it. I want to hear something. We're going to play clips of Jimmy Kimmel's show tomorrow, where he has Gavin Newscomb. Hey, what's up? Good to see you. E-begging Nader. Just had a long live. Exactly. If you have nothing to hide, then what are you hiding? Then why are you hiding? That's what, here's the thing. We know what he has to hide, or most of, that his name's all over it, that he, in interviews, TV shows, magazines, talks about it. He's on film. He's got more film of him and his gallivanting with Jeffrey Epstein than I do with my grandmother. You know what I mean? So that says something. And he's clearly distracting from them, Interesting. But I gotta go take care of some stuff. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day. Jimmy Kimmel, what was the other thing? God dang it. I'm so sorry. The Stepdaughter Wives show that I created in my head featuring Elon's dad, Errol, really threw me for a loop. And if you missed the news, I linked the article down below. This is the New Times investigation. Elon Musk father accused of that with a stepdaughter and a stepchild in 1993. That's what the article says. And I mean, is that hard to not believe? You know, like if he married one of his stepkids eventually, it's like, I don't know. Man, it's sad. You know, it's sad. Because the dude could have just, you know, tried to be a decent human, hugged his kid, and we wouldn't have this, you know, Sig Heiler running amok. And now I think he's over in the UK trying to impede in that election or whatever he's doing. I keep seeing that stuff. Yeah, I know. But there was something else I wanted to talk about tomorrow. I can't remember. And as soon as we hang up, I'm going to remember. And then I'm going to have to come off for 1 second and go, oh yeah, it was this. But I don't want to do that. Marky Mark says Elon is great. What do you like? The 15 children that he's not raising? What is your favorite part? That he tries to infiltrate elections, that he tries to pay people on how to vote. What was your favorite part of Elon? That he's a union buster, he's against the working class, that he avoids taxes and takes our money, tax money. What's your favorite part about him? That he didn't invent anything, but pawns it off as he does? What's your favorite part? You know, get specific. That he impregnates women with the turkey baster and then allows them to contact him on Twitter because he's not there for his kids. What's your favorite part? Is that traditional values? What's your favorite part about him? You just get specific. I would love to know. I'd love to know. Shut up. That's funny. He's a con, 100%. But I can't remember. But we're going to go over Jimmy Kimmel tomorrow. So hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Tomorrow, hopefully, I will be at my computer so I can play all the fun sounds that we like. Odie said that he's high all the time. All right, this is one thing. I would suggest against Special K abuse, but you got me there. Odie, you do got me there. You got me there. If you enjoy watching someone off their rocker all the time, then you win. You got me. I don't know what else to say. Like, true? Oh my God. Marky says you're just jealous. Well, you know, if I got to microdose psilocybin all the time, you're right. I might be a little jealous of that. He doesn't have to abide by any laws in America because nowhere is ketamine legal here. But somehow he just gets to do it at the White House. Like, Jesus. Crush Dice is here. Oh, Crush Dice, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. You're amazing. Love you. Good to see you. I hope you're having an amazing day. I will look into the story, but I don't know much about it. So, you know, you can always post the story. If you found the story, you can post it in the comments. Sub, share, hit that thumbs up button. Crush Dice, you're the best. You are really the best. Crush Dice, you missed it. We're talking about Errol Musk. Well, I don't know if you've been here, but let me just recap really quick. Errol Musk is in the New York Times for this investigation. And you got to read the article down below. I don't know how I got through the paywall, but I got to read it, so I screenshotted it all for you. Errol married May, had these American illegal immigrants, which Kimmel said, I could play the clip for you tomorrow, Elon. Then he went on to marry Sue Wilson, and then he went on to marry Heidmari Buzenhoot. And then he said, enough of you. Look at that face. He said, enough, get out of here. And he said, I'm not moving out, but I'm moving down the hall. And he married her stepdaughter. So I suggested Netflix have a show called Stepdaughter Wives, featuring Errol Musk. And I thought that would be hilarious. And I thought, that's like right up America's, you know, alley. Because Jerry Springer's off the air. You can't do Are You the Father with Maury anymore. The government banned Jimmy Kimmel. You know, the government was like, we don't like his jokes. Unfunny, bad ratings. Take him off the air. Take off Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert. Anybody who says anything bad about me, you take him off the air. You know, so we don't have really TV. It's just government-approved TV or Netflix. You know, that's all that's left, guys. So I say Netflix, show. Here's my pitch. You get in touch with this dude. He's old enough, so, you know, he's probably like, well, I ain't got to impress anybody. I did this in public. I married my stepdaughter in public. He's like, I don't give a rip. I married my stepdaughter in public. I did it for all to see at a public park while they were having a children's birthday. And I said, get in touch with Errol and say, hey, man, you want to set all these stories straight? Why don't we have you on a show called Stepdaughter Wives? I mean, we already have in America, the land of traditional values, a show called Sister Wives. You would think that would be like a Taliban show, but no, here deep in the religious heart of America, Sister Wives. God, and also with you. Kimmel's great. Their last name is Musk because they're stinky. Listen, I'm not going to lie, Scarlet Red. When I was thinking, like, you know, there's a lot of people who have last names that are like, you know, something Potter. So you were like, oh, they worked with Clay, you know. Drumpf. So they were obviously a moron. But Musk, you wonder where they get that. And then you think, well, they were Canadians and they fled to South Africa for the apartheid state. And maybe when they got there, they were like, oh, smells like a muskox. That wasn't a bad South African. That wasn't a bad one. Trying to get back to listen to this one. I'm always halfway through the Tylenol episode. Oh, Tylenol. That I have more clips from the Tylenol thing that we didn't even get to because I was going so long. Crushed Ice. Let me just say that I'm not going to ruin it for you, but at the end of yesterday's episode, I had to end it there because it was so amazing. What Donald Trump said about the leadership in America, it will floor you. And I saved the clip and I'll play it for you tomorrow when I'm at the computer. Appreciate you watching that. Appreciate you. And Crushed Ice, listen, I'm always, anybody who watches this, I say, please leave me critiques. Tell me where it's not easy to follow along. Tell me how to stitch a story better together. Tell me what you would like done better. And let me see if I can apply that. You know, I love constructive criticism. So I mean that with all my heart. If you go, you know what, this part sucked, or this was not good, or the audio's too low, or, you know, anything. And I mean, you ask Seha. Seha is a sub. I haven't seen him in a while. Hopefully he's well. But he said, hey, man, you got to do this, this, and this. And I said, all right, let me see if I could do that, you know. We're going to be the biggest YouTube. We're going to beat Hassan Parker. We're going to get bigger than Hassan Parker. We're going to get bigger than Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz has 1.99 million subs on YouTube. You know, the guy that's like in the government now? He was a TV guy from Oprah, and now he's in the government? That's weird. We got a lot of TV guys in the government. A lot of TV and podcasters in the government. So, hey, all you people who keep telling me to get a job, shut up. I do live streams. Next thing you know, I'd be in the government. That's all you need to do. You got to have like a podcast or a TV show and you get in the government. It's amazing. America's awesome now. So awesome. But yeah, leave a comment and then hit subscribe. All right, guys. That's it. That's it for me today. Crushed Ice. I'm so glad you got to make it. Hey, Astra Mega. Odie. Another con. This just in. More like this just in. Why not try and collab with people on the left instead of try and be bigger? You mean they want to collab with me? Like, who would I collab with? I don't know. I don't know. Can I collab with Stavi Haliakalos? Haliakala? Stavi Haliakala. I like him. Or this just in. Can you call Hassan Parker and see if I can come over and do a show with him? I want to talk traditional values. Good to see you, Crushed Ice. Solidarity. We are woke. We are not brainwashed. That's right. You know when someone's brainwashed if you go, just critique. Just critique them, dissent a little bit. You can't agree with everything. Have you ever met someone where they're like, I just agree with everything this person says? We've never had a disagreement. Like, that doesn't even exist between best friends, okay? And somehow there's like 17% of adult people are like, yeah, I've never disagreed with this guy who says different shit every day. So yeah, that's how you know. And don't forget, the left stands for universal health care, paid for by billionaires' taxes, taxing billionaires into extinction. We don't burn any books. I don't care how gay the book is. Awesome. Who cares? Gay penguins? Sounds cool. Have you not read a comic before? God, what happened to creativity, imagination? And we stand for no Ubers instead of ambulance. Everyone's get free ambulance rides. Free higher education. How are we going to pay for it? By billionaires. We're going to tax them so they have to be 999 millionaires. They'll leave. Good. Get the fuck out of America. They won't, because we're so awesome here. You know, you think they're going to leave Cape Cod? Right. No one can. Boom. And we stand for freedom of speech, even if you disagree. Look at all the freedom of speech I allowed in my chat. All these people saying dumb things. I allow it all the time. I don't allow racism, misogyny, homophobia, transphobia. Oh, and that's the other thing. The land of the free means you're free to marry who you want to be who you want to be, whatever else, you know. That's what freedom is. You don't restrict somebody's bodily autonomy and then not ironically say believe in freedom. Okay, guys. 100% marginal tax rate or the root. I agree. I don't think I could say that, but I agree. I agree with you saying we give them a neck hug. Billionaires shouldn't exist. After 999 million, they're taxed at 100%. No one, show me one billionaire that's done something responsible with their money. They're all like, we're going to go to space. We don't know what else to do. We're going to build a yacht that's so big, we ask the Danes to take down a bridge. You know, like none of them are doing good shit. They're like, we'll just rent a whole city in Venice. Like, and listen, the pollution, we didn't even get into the pollution they're causing. You think saving your fucking box tops and your water bottles is saving the planet? I hate to break it to you. There's people taking planes because they're like, you know, wanted French food. So they were like, let's go to France for dinner. Okay, guys, keep recycling. But we just gotta, you know, we gotta have a new green industrial revolution where we put everybody to work that wants a job. If you don't want a job in my America, you just get UBI and don't have to worry about your healthcare. And if you don't want a job and you're like, I want to finger paint all day, guess what? Fucking awesome. Do the best art you can. That's what I would say. We have enough. This is the other thing. I'm sorry. I know I said I was done, but here's the other thing. We have enough. There's going to be a trillionaire. Guys, if you're worried about money and you don't think you have enough, it's not the poor people who are stealing it from you, but it's the people hoarding all the money. I hate to be the one to break this to you. And some of you are like, huh? I don't know. We're still trying to figure it out, man. We're still going to keep doing the thing we've been doing for 40 years. Hate to break it to you. It's the people hoarding it all. And we have enough. If you've ever been to a dumpster at closing time, they throw away food because they can't profit off it. They destroy clothes because they can't profit off it. So we totally have enough to go around. So in my world, if you just want to learn how to surf, awesome. If you want to get a master's degree and teach kids holistic herbs, great. We need more of that. You know what I mean? I've always said, like, you know who is the best teacher, firefighter, doctor, artist? The people who really wanted to do that. The people who that was their passion. But here in America, they got lucky enough to make money off their passion. You always hear that. Oh, turn your passion into a side hustle. Side hustles. Have 45 jobs. When you go home from work, then sell stuff on a fucking website. It's like, Jesus. Like, we don't have enough. We have enough. For every homeless person, there's 25 empty homes. We have enough, guys. Don't worry. When you're like, oh, where are we going to get it from? We have enough. But the best people at those jobs are the people not doing it for money. They're the people that's like, you know, what they were destined for. And I encourage that. I encourage to pursue your passions. Unfortunately, here in America, you have to do it when you're dead tired at the end of the day after you had your, you know, fast food dinner, because you have to slip it in for 15 minutes before you got to go to bed and get up and try to earn that egg money tomorrow. So I really advocate for, you know, just like having people that want to do that. I know the Republicans are like, oh, if we gave people stuff, nobody would do anything. And it's like, have you never met a veterinarian who's like, this is my passion? Have you never gone to a convenience store and met someone who's like just content doing that? And I'm not kidding, like, this isn't a joke. I know people that are like, I wanted to pursue this, and whatever you think it is, you might think it's a low on the totem pole job, but it's like, realistically, it's not. It's, some people are just meant to do different things. That's what the land of the free is supposed to mean, you guys. And like, people will gravitate towards what not only they're good at, but some people just want to fucking convenience people and talk to people every day or make a sub, or, you know, and who am I to fucking judge, man? Tax the rich. Thank you, Root. I would high five you if it wasn't virtual. And good on you, Crushed Dice, for using that authority. I like to see it. I know some people back in the comments be like, he muted me. No, my mods did, and I support my mods because my mods know what's up. Don't be spewing that hatred. Don't be poo-pooing on our creativity. We're trying to imagine a better world. Cottagecore made in 93. Are you still here? You know, that's my question to you. Because if you are, I'm planting seeds. I'm deprogramming you. I'm getting you out of the propaganda. That's what I'm doing. You've been propagandized to think you just need to work really hard and get enough jobs, and you still never buy a home, and you probably die from health insurance debt because we had the cure, but AI denied your claim. But I'm here to tell you, man, we could have it a different way. And guess what? This is why they call them the 1%, because there's less of them bitches. And as long as you stop working like a little tattletale for them and you start going, you know what? Yeah, I would like to. What would you like to do? Seriously, Cottagecore made in 93. What would you like to do? Share your dreams. Not your dream job. Fuck a dream job. Share your dream. Share it. Let's hear it. Let's hear your dream. I want to hear a dream. And I want to hear some real stuff, some heartfelt stuff. What is your dream? You like Iron Maiden? You just want to be in an Iron Maiden cover band and dress like a 90s emo kid? I support it. If that's what you want to do, God bless you. I'll buy a ticket to your show, okay? I'll buy a ticket to your show, and I'll support it. Support local. Support the people. All right, guys, that's it. That's my little tirade. Of course, there we go. Maiden said, have a homestead with a beautiful family. I grew up in a toxic family, so I want something to always want as a child. Amazing, and I support that. And you know what? You should. And in that homestead, let me just walk this out for you, because people are going to go, "Ooh, you never make a side hustle doing that." And you tell them to shut the front door. Because you know what, homestead? When you're homesteading, you'll have some goats. You'll make some goat cheese. You'll grow some vegetables. Maybe you'll just rent some of the land on your homestead to people who want to farm, and that's how you'll make your living. And because we've nationalized electric and water and the Wi-Fi, you'll still be connected. And because we tax billionaires, you won't have to worry about your kids going to school or your health care or anything like that. So this is possible. This is possible. This is possible. Sorry, get myself worked up. And for all those people, let me just say, all those people that aren't actually critiquing it, but just, you know, saying dumb things like, oh, whatever they're saying. I can't even get that creative at how dumb their stupidity knows no creativity. So I can't even entertain it. But just let me tell you, all you people, let me plant the seed, because you have a dream too. You have a dream. You might just want to be a Broadway dancer. Do they dance on Broadway? You might want to just act in commercials. You're like, listen, I always wanted to be the guy that, you know, was in the Trident commercials. I thought I looked good chewing gum. Fine. Amazing. That's your job. Boom. You're doing it. Let's see if you're good at it, you know? But don't let anybody tell you, because you know what? You know what? This country could be fucking amazing, but certain people are hoarding all the wealth. And certain people, I see you in the chat, can't figure out who's hoarding all the wealth. Who could it be? I know there was news of Elon Musk going to be a trillionaire. I think it's the poor people that keep stealing my money. I wouldn't copy any answers off of them. Let's just put it like that. If you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Oh, I miss my sound effects. But I'm glad you came, Crushed Dice. It's good to see you. It's always good to connect with the YouTube family. YouTube family. See, I need my homeless people are people. They just don't have a home. That's it. And the president wanted to criminalize them. In fact, he did. He was driving to golf and he saw people with no homes and he was like, oh, put them in jail. And then he had his mouthpieces on national TV. I can't believe the amount of people that were like not funny, told to lie, bad ratings, when there was a dude on Fox talking about heinous things to homeless people, okay? And I say, give them a fucking home. Guess what? Utah did it. They were paying $16,000 per pet taxpayer for homeless people in Utah like 20-something years ago. They changed the program. They saved the taxpayer money. They only paid $11,000. They gave them home counseling. And guess what? Homelessness dropped by over 70%. So we have the answers, folks. It's stop being such a hater. You guys are haters. But that's it. Now that's I was homeless back in 2023. Maiden, I was homeless as well. My brother has been homeless for over a decade. This cuts to the bone, as they say, as a good 80s song would. Cuts to the heart of things. I was homeless back in 2023. My husband got himself a job and we got an RV and I was pregnant now and I was homestead to live in a dream. Awesome. Good for you. Good for you. And I just did a stat. Right now, there's double amount of people living in an RV than there were in 2021. Not sure if you're aware of things, but that's not the American dream. Shouldn't be a reality. Okay? Unless you want to. If you want to, why do you think they propagandized and propped up a van life? So when you had to move into a van, you were like, oh, I'm just doing van life. That wasn't a thing. Tiny homes weren't a thing when I was growing up. Okay? People just bought regular size homes. And now the media is trying to convince you that tiny homes and van life is like cool. Listen, if you love that, awesome. Some of us want to spread our out. Nibbles, you got it all wrong, homie. All wrong. All wrong. Because you're talking about not being given to. We're talking about a system that has systematically structured to block you from having anything. What do you think healthcare is? What do you think healthcare in America is? You think they're giving healthcare to people? No, they have AI denying doctors saying my patient needs this. So you are propagandized. Boom, unpropagandized. You're welcome. Oh, I feel like one of them pastors, one of them preachers down south where I go, and the Holy Spirit of the Lord will unpropagandize you. Bam. That's it. I'm going to do a church where I speak in tongues and I unpropagandize people. That's my dream. That's my dream. That is my dream. I'm going to do one of them crazy ass Southern things where I make people hold rattlesnakes and I unpropagandize people. I deprogram people. Awesome. Jesus loves you, and Jesus didn't make anybody work for what they wanted. He didn't charge homeless people co-pays to heal them. Oh, Christ. These people are reading the wrong Bible. What are you reading, the Klan Bible? My Christ, people. They're like, Jesus wanted you to work hard and have 3 jobs. You mean the guy that didn't have a job or a home and walked around with no cash ever and paid his taxes from the mouth of a fish? That guy? Jesus Christ loves you. That's what I do around my kids. Because they'll say it if you say it. So I'll be like, Jesus Christ, help me. A little trick for all you parents out there. If you're saying bad stuff, turn it into something else. My dad did that with me. He would go, sugar. And I do that with my kids. The Bible mentions idle hand. Okay, yeah. Nobody's talking about being idle, you maroon. What are you, thick in the skull? Go read what Jesus did, okay? You got homework, Nibbles, and then you come back deprogrammed. My God. My God almighty, teach these people. I'm working on my hymns. I'm going to start a church where I go, the Holy Spirit deprograms you. Oh, it's going to be awesome. You guys are all welcome. Well, some of you are welcome. Some of you are not. Jesus said, get back from me, Satan. But the rest of you, totally welcome. And guess what? We don't take donations and we pay our taxes. This is going to be an awesome church. It's not going to look like a regular church. Might do it underground. Actually, it's going to look like a 70s public TV access show. A lot of shag carpets, couches, no chairs, no sitting, standing. This is going to be an awesome church. And then when somebody mounts off when I say, we're going to give homes to the homeless, somebody's like, they need to work for it. We're going to go, stand up, my Lord, the devil is in you. I gotta go, the Holy Spirit has deprogrammed you. And he's gonna get up and go, homeless people are people too. Hallelujah. This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be awesome, guys. This is gonna be awesome. Thank you, Jesus, for that idea. Thank you, Lord, my Lord and Savior. I got him tattooed on me. All over me, actually. Oh, man. Facts don't care about your feelings. But did you hear how much Trump said he feels things? Ben Shapiro. I love that Ben Shapiro's the hypothetical. The guy who says, let's say, who makes up make-believe stories, and that's his basis for stuff, thinks he knows about facts. It's hysterical. Go watch Ben Shapiro. You should do, I don't drink, but if you drink, you should do a drinking game where every time Ben Shapiro says, let's say, you have to drink. And probably someone would die from alcohol overdose. Oh my God. All right, you guys are the best. Crushed Ice. Sorry. Crushed Ice got me all hyped up, and now I went for an extra half hour. I have to go. Let me go. Let him go. Let him go. Rooted. Hold on. I make $68K a year. Barely can afford rent. No tattoos, no debt. Hold on. Why? Is somebody telling you you're living outside your means? Listen, here's the thing, folks. I love that you shared that. Rooted solidarity with you. More people need to share their pay and stop thinking like, oh, money defines me. If that's true, when you die, put your salary on your tombstone. Because shut up. More people need to steal, because 68,000 is, you can't live. There are no means. Somebody just told me the other day, somebody was living outside their means, mean or whatever. And I'm like, do you understand? They invented the word rich session, as in recession for rich people, because people making 300 grand were pinching pennies. Like, bruh, as they say. Bruh. Rooted. Love you. Oh, I didn't read the entire comment. Sorry. Crushed Ice kicked in my ADD, and I can't focus. No restaurants, no children. Took me all summer to get $3K in savings. It's not enough to move. I'm literally frozen by this economy. And so many people are feeling that. And solidarity with you. And that shouldn't... Here's the thing, folks. Outside of what you make, if you work 32 hours a week, you should be able to buy a home. You shouldn't have medical debt nor school debt, and you should be able to live comfortably and never, ever worry about price of egg, okay? That should be law. That should be law. I hate hearing people working 2 jobs. That is repulsive. America is so wealthy. We're going to have a trillionaire, an illegal immigrant from South Africa, trillionaire. And people are like, I'm working 2 jobs. Fuck that. Why? You can't clock in at both of them to make more money. You're just spending more of your life giving it to somebody else profiting. Do you understand that? When people are like, work 2 jobs, I'm like, I would love to, but they won't let me clock in at both so I can double the cash. And these people are paying poverty rates. Poverty rates. Somebody laughed at 32 hours a week. You should go back, Ricky, you should go back and look at what Henry Ford and your great capitalists, cornflake capitalism, what they thought we would be working in the year 2020. They thought we'd be working 3 days a week because of the technology. And somehow the robber barons of today have tricked you to think, no, you need to work 5 days a week and also be on call on the weekends and email you after work. Like, bro, bruh, as the kids say, you have been propagandized. What kind of life are you living? I say work no days a week. But 32, I was being generous with 30. I was being generous to your corporate masters saying 32. Christ, do you guys, Ricky Marie, do you really think work is life? Do you have that sticker on your car, work is life? You know, I only go on vacation to come back to work. Like, fucking, you are not fun at parties. I hate to break it to you. Breathe easy. I get a lot of people saying this guy lives at his mom's house. My mom died when I was in my 20s, and my dad did too. But you know, okay. It's so funny to me because if I do this, if I work and then come and do this, right? Because I love doing this, especially against you propagandized people. People say, get a job. Where do you live in your mom's basement? But you're Hassan Parker and this is your job, they're like, get a real job. Oh, you capitalize off of capitalism and you say you don't like it. And it's like, unless they say exactly what these fools, you maroons, unless you say exactly what these maroons do and you're like Joe Rogan, they're like, this is a man's man. He's doing ice baths after his podcast. This is really man stuff. He should have work boots on. So shut up. I'm here to depropagandize you, deprogram you. Because you've been sitting in that American cycle of media, lamestream media like Polio Rogan telling you, yeah, these aren't real men. Meanwhile, he's sitting in the air-conditioned thing talking to the CIA all day. I'm like, that's a real job? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, kid. All right? Name somewhere better to live? Denmark. Are you talking to me, Nibbles? Yo, you should look up how they live in Denmark. You'd fucking have a heart attack, bro. Have you seen what France is doing right now? They're out in the streets chanting tax the rich because they want a 2% billionaires tax. And the billionaires, we read the article the other day, are like, 2%? How will I afford eggs? And it's like, well, if you have $1 billion and you can't afford a 2% tax, maybe you're living outside your means. Where have I heard that before? How come they're never telling the billionaires to be taxed more because they're living outside of their means? You know, Jeff Bezos renting Venice and nobody's like, Jeff, you think you're living outside your means, buddy? You guys, you get it? Do you get it? You've been propagandized. Remember, J666 is here. Remember to donate to your local American. I told somebody today that, J66, I said, this is one of the funniest comments. I absolutely love you. I know you worship Satan, and I worship his arch enemy, Jesus. But see how we can still connect and have the love? And that's what Jesus told me to do. You know, he was like, stop judging people. You know, just love them. Just be nice. Just love people. Just love them. Good to see you, J666. There's nothing left of the Constitution. Nothing. And they're going through the amendments like check. But just read Project 2025. The FCC chair said, like, he tweeted a meme of Jack Nicholson's going, yes, this is what we're doing. So, Jamie, hello. Good to see you. Everybody's jumping in and I'm about to get off. Listen, I love you guys. All of you. Even the ones who hate me and say, I live at my mom's house. Why are you bringing up my dead mom? You know? Rest in peace, mama. It's almost your anniversary. It's been a long time since I had a parent. And I do this for the people who like me when I was younger, you know, who maybe lose their parents, lose everything, have no health care, have nowhere to go, and they're working their ass off, and the system and this country don't care about you. So I'm here, old enough to say, shut your mouth, you young ass or old ass people who are hating on people who are doing their damn best to get by, and the system is repeatedly rejecting them. Go look at any stat. Who's buying houses, rental communities, health insurance, medical debt, you know, college rates, all this stuff, folks. We're not getting better and we can do it. We just got to come together, and we're going to plant seeds in all your little haters' minds. Okay. Here's the thing, Rooted. I found out that these young Charlie Clan, Kirk, Chuck, the young Chuck kids and the old boomers have kind of morphed into one, where they're like, just work harder. And it's like, shut up, you know? Just be fortunate that you bought a house, you know, off one salary. Like, how could you not be grateful? And then for the young kids, it's like, oh, just wait, like Tommy Loren. Wait till you're off your parents' health insurance and some AI bot denies your claim because you broke your leg. You'd be singing a different tune once you experience America in its full frontal experience. All right? Okay, guys. Much love to you, and you have to hit subscribe. RM Brown said so, because tomorrow we're going to go over the Jimmy Kimmel show. We're going to see what he says. Oh, I hope he goes South Park hard. And I hope South Park comes back this week. I mean, I know the guy said it was just us. We were delayed, but, you know, with the temperature, they were reading the room in American. They were like, yeah, we're going to not. We'll be on next week. Much love, Crust Dice. Root. You too, J666, Jamie, and if I missed your name, I don't know who else was here. I'm sorry, I'm out of it. But even you guys that are like trying to stop us from having health care, the smartest kids, no kid go hungry. 1 in 5 kids are going hungry every night in America. Homeless people going to jail instead of just getting homes. Until we make our nation, like, you know, successful for all, billionaires are going to keep us divided. And I send even love to you. The ones that hate me, that bring up my dead mom, that do all this stuff. Like, I hope you never have to experience what I experienced to get me to understand this stuff. But if you do, we'll be here with open arms. Okay? And don't forget, if you say America is the land of the free, you should be free to do what you want with your body. I'm talking about you men trying to regulate women's bodies. Free to marry who you want to and be who you want to be. Don't forget that, okay? Hit subscribe, thumbs up, and then notification bell so you can come back tomorrow. Much love to you guys. Peace. Oh, and don't forget, Elon Musk's dad, he married his stepdaughter wives, coming to Netflix. I could only